Good evening and bloody welcome to the fourth episode of Summer Night Murder Mystery, the A.B.C. Murders. In the previous episode, we received another letter from the murderer, and it seems like the next murder will take place in a place called Bexby, I think it was. So we are going to go see the police chief. At least I think that's the one we are going to see. Yeah, but first, can we... No. We can't speak to Hastings, so let's just get out of here. Because I don't think there is anything else to do in Poirot's apartment. So yeah, we should go to Scotland Yard now. We can speak to Hastings now, so let's do that.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Yep. Let's jump into this car here, because I think that he's waiting for us.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Okay, so let's take a look on the objectives. We have left Whitehaven and went to Scotland Yard. So now we will have to inform Jap about the B ladder. That's the taxi that we arrived in. Well, I'm not sure it is a taxi, but the car that we arrived in. It don't seem... Yeah, we don't seem to be able to do anything special here. So let's just head into Scotland Yard. There is a lot of medals here.
Jap has invested a great deal in his career.
Medals board and a certificate. Order of Merit Dispatch. I don't know what that means. Is that a hunting photo? Yeah, it seems to be that. And there's a trophy.
Jap is an investigator greatly respected by his peers.
Okay. Now we know that. Let's inspect.
Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons.
Oh, it is weapon collection here. It seems to be a rifle, at least. That's not much of a collection then, I guess. Let's take a look on the map here. So these markers, are they placed where the murder took place and where the next murder might take place? I don't think so, because we haven't informed Jap yet about the B ladder.
London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover. The A.B.C. killer's first murder.
Oh yeah, well, I was kinda right. Well, I guess I was right. But on the other hand, I said that I didn't think that it was marked. But the Brixton, or what was it called, wasn't marked. So yeah, I guess I was right. Well, anyway, let's take a look on the police chief as well.
Jap appears to be snowed under.
Okay. A cup of cold tea, so he have been working quite a long time then. Telephone off the hook, and
Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters.
I guess they won't.
Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed A.B.C. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
The killer attacks old ladies who run a shop. The next victim's name will start with a B. The murderer is unpredictable. I don't think that the murderer is unpredictable, because he seems to have a plan. And we are pretty sure that the next victim's name will start with a B. So let's go with that alternative.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An A.B.C. was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
So now there have been another murder.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
How was the victim killed? And I won a trophy. Let's look at the barricade here.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Modern bungalow. Victorian house. And
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture. Although personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
okay. That didn't give much. Well, I guess that we kinda found out something new. Talk to Jap. So this is chapter 2. Yeah. Let's take a look here. How was the victim killed? So that is what we are trying to find out now. Let's go down to the beach, because I don't think there is anything that we can do up here. So there is the body.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine?
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Okay. Let's go and take a look on the body. So it is yet another woman that have been murdered, but this time she is young. I wonder how the murderer picks out his or her victims. Is it... well, it is by name. That is obvious, but does he go with the first person in the phone book, or how does he decide who to kill? It seems like she were strangled. It is a piece of rope here, and there are some marks on her neck that indicates that she was suffocated. And here is the ABC book. It's a key there. Let's take a look at her body.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
Okay. So now we picked up the key.
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth.
And I would guess this is the murder weapon right here.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim.
Yeah, there is a marking on her dress here.
This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock.
Okay.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
She was probably attacked from behind as well.
She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
So here's the ABC book again. And
The
now
guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
yeah.
The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah. Maybe she have a hut on the beach. How was the victim killed? There was a braided silk belt. The victim has marks on the neck. And she did not struggle.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Again? What are the common points between the Andover murder and the one in Bexhill? Well, of course, it is the ABC books. ABC guide opened at the Bexhill page, and ABC guide opened at the Andover page. Are the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer? Yes, they are. At least according to the letters that were written. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, that was incorrect then, I think. She has just one wound at the back of her head. The victim has marks on the neck. All the crimes in Andover and Bexhill the work of the same murderer. The press does not know that the ABC guy was found in Andover. I seem to have all the clues that I need in order to solve this question, but I'm not sure. Okay, so that was the correct
The medical
thing.
officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Okay. So we have a new objective. Identify the victim. Her name starts with B. Maybe she have... Yeah, she should have belongings somewhere. So let's see if we can find out where that key goes. We can start by looking at the key, I guess.
This hut is locked.
Yeah. A small key found fastened to Betty Barnard's wrist. It looks too small to open. Oh, so her name is Betty Barnard's. Or Betty Barnard. So, okay, we have already identified her. Just by looking at the key. Her key goes to hut number 6. So, let's go there. Yeah, it looks as a 9, but it have fallen, so it is a 6.
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
It says something there though. Is that a 7, a 1 and a 5? Okay. Yeah, it's a numerical padlock. I thought that the key should go there, but no. So let's go with 715 though. It doesn't seem very safe to have the combination for the padlock right there on the door, doesn't it? But on the same time, I guess it's a good thing that it is written there, because otherwise we would never have figured out the combination. 715.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Okay. So 7, 1 and 5. And then I need to insert the key. And it's open. That's her purse. And that's her shoes as well.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
So she have hanged a picture here. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you, Elizabeth Barnard. 1931-07-08. Okay. So this was her personal hut then?
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet.
Mm-hmm.
A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Let's take a look at the photo. A photo found in the beach hut. It's the victim and a young man, a well-suited couple. So that's the murder victim right there, and that's her not fiancé, I would guess, because they don't seem to have any rings on their fingers, but that's the man that she was with, it seems. Yeah, so I guess that we have to find him. Let's take a look at the picture again.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
So we have to get there.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Okay. Go to the Ginger Cat. She was a waitress at the Ginger Cat. Her name was Betty Barnard and she was 23 years old. And she lived in Bexhill. Then we don't have any other people or persons in this case. So yeah, we should go to the cafe then, where she worked. And we are just gonna leave her body there. Well, the streets have been sealed off, so no one are able to get down to the beach here. Should I go to the left here? Yeah, I think so.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Oh, it's a restaurant. I said cafe. There's a cupola there. A newspaper kiosk. Okay.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Yeah, the sign says that, so it is pretty obvious that this is the place that were on the photo. So Hastings is waiting for us.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
Not now when they have sealed off the
With all these tourists,
the street.
these shops must be thriving.
Okay, let's speak to Hastings.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
Yeah, it is always a tragedy when someone dies, but it is even more of a tragedy when it is a young person that that have died.
I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
Yeah, that is a really good question. I think that the murderer will at least get to the letter C, because, well, the game is called the ABC Murders. Let's get into the restaurant.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Okay. Let's observe the table.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
So it is set for a party of 5. I think this table over here is set for a party of 5 as well, but this table over here is clean, so either it have been people sitting here quite recently, or it haven't been booked. Can I take a look at the table again? I don't think that there is any reason to take a look at it again though. There's a jukebox here. I didn't know that jukeboxes were available this early. I'm not totally sure when the game takes place. Maybe... No. I am reading on the back of the game box, but it doesn't say when the or what year the game takes place. But I think it's definitely in the 30s, in the 1930s. Let's speak to, well, I don't think there is. Well, we can take a look at in the mirror there, so let's do that. And Poirot is fixing his hair again. And we gained 3 ego points. Yeah, let's take a look at the cashier.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Yeah, she definitely works here. She have a strict appearance, and judging by the big cross around her neck, she is a Christian. She stands behind the counter. What else?
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
Yeah, there's something with the register.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Okay, let's take a look on the information. She's the owner of the ginger cat. She doesn't know very much about her employees' private lives. Okay, she's about 40 years old. And she's a suspect.
What a pity. I don't have any chance to make it work.
Yeah, that is a pity.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Oh, okay.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
So I have to find her handwriting then. Betty. There, 11 AM and 7:30 PM. Can I... No, I can't turn the pages.
This page won't help me.
But this one will.
Where is Betty?
11 AM and 7:30 PM. Okay.
Betty worked from 11 AM to 7:30 PM. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
Well, during her lunch break, I guess. The ginger cat, 11:25, hour 5, 15 p.m. or 12. How am I supposed to find out about her handwriting? Let's go with this one.
This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
Okay, so let's find another one. It's not that one. It might be that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. But she seems to be... No, here it is, 720. I think this is the one.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times.
Okay, let's go back and see her working hours again. 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. 11 to 7:30. to 7:30. I'm not sure what I'm missing though. Let's go with this one.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
And this one, perhaps?
Most probably a family. Betty
Yeah.
served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
Not when
I
you're
fear
dead.
that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Say that, on the contrary, it is an advert for the town. Ask what she knows about Betty. Let's go with this one.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
Ask if her gentleman friend might have attacked her, or ask if the man in the photo is her gentleman friend. Well, it's pretty obvious that the man in the photo is her gentleman friend. But I'm gonna go with that one.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Ask if the relationship was going well, or say that young people no longer have morals. Let's go with this one.
Do you think there may have been some problems between them?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff. Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
Yeah,
It
that's
is an
true.
interesting idea, Stings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Okay, so now we need to go to Betty's home. Can we speak to Hastings?
Miss Marion is not the sort of witness that my friend enjoys questioning.
Nah, we can only look at him apparently. I don't think that there is no reason to speak to her again. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Go to Betty's house at number 22 on the High Street. So we have her address. We don't have anything that needs to be solved right now. And I guess we don't have any new notes. No. So yeah, we should go to Betty's house then. But that is something that will have to wait until the next episode, because it is time to end this episode here. So until next time, thank you so much for watching and have a good night.